We want the attention on the kids. We want to light up the stage. So, I have two of them shining in my face right now. If you don't mind bringing them up here, that'd be awesome. Give us some light. Welcome. We don't complain about lemons, we make lemonade. That's what Little Axe is all about. We are Little Axe! So we're going to do this tonight. We're going to do this for all the people that traveled across state lines. We're going to do this for all the parents and grandparents out there. We're going to all remember this the rest of our lives. We're going to do something special. It's a class that deserves it. It is a class 2017! I think most of us are let's hum the processional and get these kids out here. tonight, enduring the weather and power outage. We're all gathered here for one real reason, and that's because these wonderful kids are sitting in front of me. Their accomplishments will be recognized tonight, and the milestone that is graduation. This is an event that they never would have forgotten in the first place, but I think this is even more special tonight. So I want to take you just a minute to thank all of you for giving me the honor to be in your children's lives. The students who are graduating today, they fill our classrooms daily, and they're some of the brightest, most talented and compassionate kids I've ever had the pleasure to work with. 20 plus years of education, and I have to say this has been one of the toughest but best years of my entire career. I'm sure the qualities that you see tonight and have already witnessed will be a lasting memory for us all. And your kids are wonderful, and I just want to thank you all for coming out and enduring this. And kids, I'm going to leave you with one thing. Success is not the key to happiness. Happiness is the key to success. If you love what you're doing, you'll be successful. And I'll argue with anybody, I love what I'm doing. I love being up here in the dark tonight. This is awesome. So, without further ado, I'd like to introduce you to Miss Kara Gregory, Senior Class Vice President. Boom it, sweetie.
Testing, testing. Can you hear me? Good evening, everyone, and welcome. I am thrilled to be up here and sharing this experience with all of you here today. Family, friends, teachers, administration, Superintendent Thomas, Principal Thomas, members of the board, thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting us today and always. You all play a role in what's happening today, this rite of passage and celebration of what we have accomplished, because you're the ones who have helped us and pushed us to get here. As I'm sure you can all imagine, I'm really happy to be up here right now, even though I probably sound really nervous. My graduating class, I know you must all feel the same way that I do, and that's really excited, a little bit scared that I might trip in heels in front of everyone. I feel less nervous now because you probably won't be able to see me. But on top of those separate, distinct nerves and excitement I feel tonight for this event, I also feel an overall nervous excitement for the next chapter beginning so soon. College classes, competing at softball in the next level, taking in all the knowledge and experiences that I possibly can, these are the things I'm looking forward to in my near future. But much more than that, my seniors, all of you who have grown with me and learned with me over the past few years, I cannot wait to see where this next chapter takes you. I'm excited for you, and I wish for you only the very best. I am beyond proud to sit in those chairs next to so many skilled and intelligent young people. If you take a look around and see what I see, you'll notice that there's a lot of potential and promise in this one small class. I'm grateful to have spent these high school years with such great people, and I can't wait to toss my cap in the air alongside you. Now, before I get this show on the road, because I have this opportunity to speak to so many members of this school and community, I would like to give personal thanks and recognition to the teachers and other staff who have made my high school experience, and everyone else's, I'm willing to bet, more than just that high school experience. I've been trying for weeks to figure out how to thank you properly, teachers, for everything you've done for me, but I realize the reason why it's been difficult is because you've done so much. My thinking has completely changed because of my time spent here. My view of and my attitude toward education and learning has expanded greatly, and the way I see and treat the people around me has changed. Some of you have made me into a leader with our clubs and committees. That is a trait that I will always continue to improve. Some others have challenged me and the rest of this class to our limits, and while there have been rough days, we're all better because of how hard you pushed us and how much you encouraged us. Some of you have taught me that it's okay to answer questions and be wrong sometimes, and similarly, it's okay to ask questions. You've encouraged me to ask questions and question everything and question authority. Stand up and create change if it's necessary and right. Some of you have tried so hard to teach me to be confident, and after much of what I thought was just reckless optimism about my abilities, you finally managed to make a difference in my attitude. You've been there with me through every moment of doubt, frustration, and defeat, and I'll always be grateful. Some of you have become those to whom I turn for everything. Advice on life, schoolwork, insecurities, chess strategy, how to write a welcome speech for graduation, and anything else I could possibly need. I hope you don't mind, because I'll definitely keep coming back to talk to you for years about everything and nothing. So, teachers and staff, thank you for wanting to teach me just as much as I wanted to learn. Little Axe, you have changed my life and all our lives, and we are forever thankful. And class of 2017, let's get the show on the road.
I'd like to introduce now our guests up here on the platform, back in the shadows. President Beverly Felton. Vice President Al High Camper, sorry. Board members Amanda Blanchard, Tessa Prophet, and Superintendent Jay Thomas. At this time, Ms. Felton would like to come forward and recognize a very special person who's been an integral part of the schools and the district here for the last 37 years. Ms. Felton. It's kind of hard to see without.
Kind of hard to stay up here. Well, we have a special guest here, and a lot of you know her. And if you've been around Little Axe as long as we all have, you know all about her. And she works in our central office. She has been here 37 years at Little Axe. She started in September 22nd, 1980. She started working as a superintendent secretary. She's worked for 7 superintendents. Sorry, she's outlasted all of you guys. We keep telling her she should have become superintendent. She was the minutes clerk, then she became the board clerk, and that's where she's been all these years. So we want to recognize our very special Kay Bowles, because I have up here. This is from the state of Oklahoma. This is a citation for Kay Bowles. Whereas Kay Bowles is retiring after faithfully serving as board clerk and administrative assistant at Little Axe Public Schools for 37 years. And whereas Kay Bowles has enriched the lives of hundreds of children, parents, and faculty at Little Axe Public Schools with her untiring devotion to her chosen profession and her willingness to serve others. And whereas the Oklahoma House of Representatives and the Oklahoma State Senate take great pride in recognizing Kay Bowles for her outstanding service and contribution to the Little Axe Public Schools and to the great state of Oklahoma, and now extend our sincere appreciation and hopes for a long and happy retirement. Now, therefore, pursuant to the motion of Representative Josh Cockcroft and Senator Rob Standridge, the Oklahoma House of Representatives and the Oklahoma State Senate extend to Kay Bowles best wishes and directs that this citation be presented.
Yeah, hold the citation in front.
Water. Okay.
One more.
Thank you.
Trying to find the flashlight again, everybody. So
I've got it.
it gives me great pleasure now to present the plaques to the students who have received the highest GPAs in the senior class. Our valedictorian and salutatorian. Valedictorian Caleb Anderson and salutatorian Trey Walters. Please come in.
Come on this side, please. Present.
Oh, presenting him.
Okay, look right here. Okay. Look towards the sound of his voice. I know you can't see him.
Yeah, we can't see him. Over here, Trey.
Gotta stand together. Good job, guys.
This is tradition here in Little Axe. The Little Axe Award of Honor is based on academic achievement, extracurricular involvement, leadership, ability, and citizenship. It is chosen by the high school faculty, and this year's Little Axe Award of Honor goes to Caleb Anderson. There's another tradition here at Little Axe. It started over 9 years ago. For those of you that did not know Bobby Hicks, you missed knowing a wonderful man. He was Little Axe High School's principal, friend, co-worker, boss, and loved by everyone. He passed away suddenly 9 years ago and has been greatly missed. His family has kept his memory alive with the offering of a $500 scholarship for the past 9 years, and they continue that tradition tonight. Please help me in congratulating McKean Fool as this year's recipient of the
Once more. Look right here.
If I could please have Michaela Bagwell, Tyler Evanson, and Catherine Wallace to the podium.
Look here.
The following seniors have received scholarships and awards. Seniors, please stand and remain standing as your name is called.
From the Little Axe Chamber, $500, Addison Clegg, Haley Clegg, Mikey Cole, and Addison Clover.
From the Little Axe Foundation and Countrywood Markets, $500, Mikey Fool and Kara Gregory. Catherine Littleton Family Memorial Scholarship, $500 is Addison Clover.
Bill McClure, local Coca-Cola Memorial Scholarship, $1,000, Addison Clover.
The NHS Scholarship for $300, Kara Gregory. Rose State, $500, Wyatt Greason, Desi Rumley, Robert Shaw, and Trey Walters.
University of Oklahoma, Caleb Anderson, Kara Gregory, Jacob Stevens.
The UCO High School Counselor Scholarship for $500. Mikey Poole and Dalton Harvey. Southwestern Christian University, 4,500. Morgan Campbell.
Kansas State University, $48,000. Addison Clover.
Hillsdale College, $21,750. Renewable for 4 years. Caleb Anderson. University of Tulsa Scholarship, $88,000 over 4 years. Kara Gregory.
Southwestern College, Kansas. Academic Scholarship, $8,000. Activity Scholarship for softball, $6,000. Grant Endowment, $3,500 over 4 years. Kara Gregory.
Veterans of Foreign Wars, Addison Clover. National Society of HS Scholars, J.C. Dickerson.
Academic All-State Award, Oklahoma Foundation for Excellence, Caleb Anderson.
Military Spirit Award, Tristan Bartholomew, Ashley Horvath, Tanner Simons, and Jackson Gage. Recognizing from ECU, 2 seniors that made the top chorale group, which is a big honor, as well as show choir, Haley Johnson and Catherine Wallace.
Oklahoma Academic Scholars, Caleb Anderson, Kara Gregory, Robert Shaw, and Jacob Stevens.
National Merit Scholar finalist, which is the first time in school history, Caleb Anderson. Would any additional senior scholarship recipients please stand? Right. Together, the Little Axe High School class of 2017 has received in excess of $268,750 in scholarship money.
There is also 10 graduating seniors that will be receiving Oklahoma's Promise, which covers their tuition for 4 years. The amount equals approximately $200,000.
Congratulations, Little Axe seniors!
Try not to.
We could have Trey Walters please come to the stage. I think we skipped the page, but we'll go back.
How's it going? I just want to preface this with, this is the worst smelling tassel I've ever smelled in my entire life. Caleb and I both have the worst smelling tassels. I've smelled everybody else's tassel. This is terrible.
Why are you smelling it?
This is my face. Alright, anyways. Now the preface is over. Good evening, fellow graduates, family, friends, faculty. and people who are now regretting their decision to attend this event. Seeing as this is like the third speech of the night, it actually works great for me because by this point, at least 25% of you are asleep or have lost interest. There's not as much pressure on me. We all started on the same path 12 years ago that has led us to where we are standing tonight. A path that has started out with my parents taking pictures, me wearing a pair of jorts, and a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle backpack as I left for the first day of school. Fast forward 12 years later, and it's pretty much the same situation. My parents still want to take pictures of me, and I now say what I want to wear. Thank God. And even though the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are still pretty popular, I would much rather wear a Snoopy backpack instead. I've attended Little X for all my life and have gotten to know members of this class from pre-K to now. 12 years ago, I used to think that shaving cream on a table was the most fun that we were ever going to have in school. I'm not saying you can't have fun with shaving cream now because, I imagine some of you still do, but you see my point. But after we moved on from the shaving cream, school became work, tests, projects, and essays. Now the most fun that we can have in school is with the friends that we have made over time. My closest friends, Cole, Robert, Zoe, Mary, Brendan, my brother Tyler, and Kenan, who by the way is dead to me because I'm pretty sure he lied about not being able to make it here tonight. But either way, all these people have helped me be the person I am today. The constant insults, jabs, and at times, actual support that we give each other help us not to take ourselves too seriously. They motivate us and keep all of our egos in check. And without you guys, I probably wouldn't have enjoyed going to school or even be standing where I am today giving this speech. It's crazy to look out and see people that I used to want to cut in line, now standing in the line that will be heading towards the end of our high school experience. Except, I don't have to cut in line because Caleb and I are basically glorified line leaders and door holders. Anyways, this senior class really has shared many memories in the several classes that we've had together. Whether it has been Spanish with one of our 3 different teachers over 4 years, which is really weird. Anyways, in sports, before I realized that I was also terrible at them, I've shared many memories with these guys. By the way, let this serve as some sort of lesson from my experience in sports. You may be stupid enough to shoot for the other team's goal in basketball. True story. But you're not stupid enough to achieve salutatorian. It's all about finding your niche and becoming passionate about your goals. Our goals used to be getting through the day, passing our classes, and surviving our group projects. Now it's setting new goals and using that passion in life to move forward. We are all in the same position as we are all scared to take these steps. Some, if not most of us, including me, don't even know what they want to do with their lives. But we should not let this keep us from moving forward. We can't be afraid to fail, because we are going to fail. However, out of this failure, I know it sounds cliche, greatness can emerge. Take a look at people like Steve Jobs, Thomas Edison, Chance the Rapper, who made his first mixtape during his 10-day school suspension, and MF Doom, who went from being completely homeless and living on park benches to being one of the greatest lyricists hip-hop has ever seen. By the way, I feel it's also important to know when to stop. I'm talking to you, Paul Blart Mall Cop 2. I want to take this time to thank my senior class for showing me the true essence of human nature. Like Kara's passion for athletics, Jacob's dedication for puns, and should be proud of their achievements thus far. There's nothing wrong with saying you're content with your accolades at this point. You should be proud of your scholarships, your universities, and colleges you plan on attending. Or the fact that you're actually wearing this hat with a pretty neat little tassel. Fixing to walk across the stage and receive your diploma. Even though it's not really like a diploma, you gotta go and get it later. But you see my point. We're all in the same boat, and no one is different from each other at this point. We all just want to walk across the stage and take off this really uncomfortable outfit. But seriously, can we get some more options like sweatpants or like a hoodie? Or can we at least get Lane a Spider-Man outfit at least? That would be like pretty cool. But anyways, I want to take this time to apologize to all of our teachers. I am sincerely sorry that you all had a class with Robert Shaw. I don't care that he had the best accent Miss Maggie had ever heard. He likes Crazy Frog, and he plays it in class. That's like a federal offense. But seriously, every teacher that I have ever had has done a service to me that I don't think I can ever repay. I may not have agreed with every teacher that I have had, but that doesn't mean I do not have huge appreciation for their time and their efforts. So thank you all. I want to thank my mom for teaching me that I shouldn't be scared and should not run from my problems, like this speech. She's always been there whenever I struggle. I also want to thank my dad for teaching me the work ethic that I have now. You know, if I could see you, I would say if I work as hard half as hard as you do, then I'd consider myself a success. I want to thank my brother Tyler for always making me laugh and teaching me about dedication. And I don't care how strong you are, you'll always be dumpy to me. I also want to thank my girlfriend Zoe, who I really wish I could see right now. She's been there for me 100% of the time the past 2 years. She supported my guitar playing while simultaneously sitting through my horrible music in the car, and for teaching me that people really are made for each other in this life. And she's also taught me 2 very remarkable things. I've never shed tears of joy until I met her. She also made me like that song Broccoli. It's pretty good. Anyways, without all these people in my life, I wouldn't be giving this really bad speech. But to the class of 2017, congratulations for making it this far, and good luck to your future endeavors. To quote a wise and noble modern prophet, Paul Blart once said, "The mind is the only weapon that doesn't need a holster." Thank you.
Yeah, I'll play that back on the recorder. Okay. That we have no electricity to run. Okay. Yeah, I know we missed Caleb's speech. I'm trying to find it. Kind of this dark up here. All right. We're just going to rewind and ask Caleb Anderson to come up now and give his valedictorian speech.
I don't want to have to take another phone call. Please, talk loud.
Yeah, I really need this thing, so I think I'm just gonna put it to the side. Before I get started, I want to thank one person that has always been there in the morning and in the afternoon for me, with a smile on his face and with words of encouragement. I hope he's here, or I'll look like a doofus. Good morning, Colton. Good morning, everyone. 8 o'clock. Doesn't matter, it's always good morning. Okay. Anyway, now, some of you may have noticed before the power went out that I'm wearing a pin tonight. It's actually a very special pin. I bought it just for this occasion, but unfortunately its white background kind of blends into my robe and makes it hard to see, along with the fact that the lights are off. That might have something to do with it too. I guess this is just one of the struggles of being valedictorian. So, with your permission, those who have already read it, I would like to read it for those who can't now. No. Oh, well then I guess I can just walk off because this is important to my speech. Anyway, it says, how's it going to end? And to be perfectly honest, this isn't the kind of speech where you get an answer to that question. At least, not in the way you first think. As I peer into the obscurity of my future, a vision which is somehow more uncertain to me than is some of yours, I have to concur with Václav Havel, playwright, political dissident, and first president of the Czech Republic, when he notes that just as the constant increase of entropy is the basic law of the universe, so it is the basic law of life to be ever more structured and to struggle against entropy. While I believe it is pretty much impossible to be sitting in these seats today without having taken chemistry, for those of you who I may have lost with the Havel quote, the simplest explanation of entropy is the amount of disorder, of chaos, of the lack of structure in a given system. While it may have been an overstatement for Havel to assume that the second law of thermodynamics, which defines entropy in its ever-increasing nature, as a basic law of the universe, it is certainly one with prolific analogs. Flowers wilt, buildings crumble, civilizations fall, stars burn out, and men die. So I ask again, how will it end? With death, this near certainty that procedural how is one with very little profundity to it. Nay, the important how here is one of provenance. Now, provenance. This is a word that sounds like it has a lot of art and history to it, as it should, since it refers to the history of a work of art. For us, as works, we are distinct from the canvases that adorn our walls, for our provenance, as well as our identity, our form, change together. Even more so, though, they are not locked in their progress. The passage of time can find us falling behind, getting ahead, or staying in place. Indeed, the mystery of free will, of consciousness itself, still eludes us. Psychologists will tell you that a person's destiny can be predicted with considerable accuracy based on their genetic predispositions as well as the environment in which they developed. However, sociologists, on the other hand, will be able to share more than enough stories that defy the odds to give pause to the inerrancy of such a prediction. However, the flip side is just as sketchy a ground to stand on, for to assume that human determination is an omnipotent force is to also assume that every failure in the history of humanity was due to a lack of heart. While I have just invalidated the basis for pretty much every platitude about life and how to go about living it, I must remind you that entropy is not how depressing something is. It's pretty much a matter of perspective. As a matter of fact, some in the academic community are trying to get the definition changed altogether. To account for some of the black sheep of science, some of the more quirky things about the universe, some believe entropy should be defined not by the inherent, momentary chaos of a thing, but the multiplicity of it. Now, multiplicity, what is that? Stated simply, multiplicity is the number of ways that something can come about. For example, imagine the ruins of some great Aztec temple. There is obviously a lot of chaos, with no one around to cut back the vines or to keep the bricks from falling down around it. But there are also many different ways for it to have gotten to this state. Even trying to determine the cause of why a particular statue is missing a hand yields many guesses. Earthquakes, a heavy animal, a strong wind, or poor construction. The list goes on. On the other hand, when the temple was put together, there are only a few ways for that hand to have been crafted, and similarly, a lot of design, a lot of order to it. While the answer remains the same, no matter how it is judged, the idea that the destiny of us all can be defined by the number of options we have left, as opposed to the amount of degradation that we can expect when we get there, is one for great hope. It means the question, how will it end, is actually one of lasting fulfillment, not momentary finality. I want you to continue asking yourself this question, how will it end throughout life? Because in your greatest moments, it will be a sobering reminder of your humanity and will keep you from dangerous arrogance. Hubble chose his words very carefully, saying not the basic law of life is to win against entropy, but to struggle against it. In your darker moments, though, it can also serve to lift your spirits, that you are not at that end yet, and therefore you still have options. Take this advice now, actually, and remember that you are in no way at full entropy, that you are yet to be fulfilled. I do ask one more thing of you, though, that when you come to those times which will end up defining how things end for you, make a good choice. With each moment, you graduate not high school, but to a higher level of entropy. And unlike Maxwell's demon, you cannot change that. In the hope that it will cement in your mind this two-step process to a fulfilled life, that one, the end has not happened yet, and two, to make good choices, I make this end, that is the end of this speech, a surprising one in which I will make a bad choice, but a bad choice only on the surface, hopefully, and I really wish I could see your faces for me to do this, because in order, excuse me, in order for me to eat this Snickers bar, I really need to help you, because it is certainly not going to help me. This is something that even the principal doesn't know about, although a few of you do. Last night we were all kind of desperately scrambling to get something together to show how thankful we were to the faculty and to the school that has educated us. And instead of getting something that, you know, kind of means something good in the moment, just something to hold on to, we thought it would be a good idea to give the school something useful. And I have here in this jar, I know it doesn't look like it, but over $1,000. I know, like it. Sorry, it's a Snickers bar. I'm kind of getting jumpy. I would like to present this to Mr. Barry Thomas for the next generation of seniors.
Wow. He's right. He did tell me about that. Yeah. So how apropos that the lights come on and we get to see Caleb eating that Snickers bar. Because if you all bear with me for a moment, I'll try to find out where we're at. I think that we're just about to a point where a certain president of the school board is going to shake some hands while Mr. Colby reads out some names. So if the ushers would please come forward. Mr. Colby.
Aaron II. Summer Ray Mariga. Tristan Lee Bartholomew. Caitlin Bird. Justice Paul Camacho. Morgan Blake Campbell. Addison K. Clegg. Kaylee Ann Clegg. Robert Lee Coley. Chloe Lorraine Curlis. JC Lynn Dickerson. Cameron Dugan. Robert Ashton Earhart. Taylor Ann Edmondson. Dakota Lee Epling. Nicholas Erickson. Akeem Tyrone Fool. Jackson Zaid Gage. Nakia Anthony Garcia. Dylan Greenfeather. Jolton Vaughn Harris. Dalton Paul Harvey. Tyler Dwayne Hicks. Lyric Zeta Hill. Ashley Nicole Horvath. April Dawn Housley. Brooklyn Jade Isaacs.
Go April.
Haley Danielle Johnson. Bria Strickland. Megan Dawn Johnson. Wyatt Russell Johnson. Addison Lene Clover. Nicole Marie Knapp. Macklin Chappelle Lika. Ashley Hope Lewis. Stephen Alex Lynn. Madison Metcalf. Kevin Ontiveros. Matthew Gordon Horsburn. Cameron Kyle Randall. Joshua Edward Richardson. Lane Skylar Rosenfeld. Desiree Marie Rumley. Simons. Melissa Smith. Jacob Ivan Stevens. Riley Brooke Stump. Benjamin Cole Swanson. Michaela Dawn Tabor. Haley Nicole Teeter. Allison Thomas. Annabelle Velasco. William Van Cannon. Trey Nicholas Walters. Hunter James Welchel. Gunnar J. Wendell. Shonda Lynn Brooks. President, class 2017.
Good evening, family, friends, administration, staff, and the class of 2017. We did it. Some of you are wondering how we got to this point. I know I am. About a week ago, I couldn't spell the word clumsy. Ask Catherine Wallace. We all didn't think this day would come. We've been looking forward to graduating high school for as long as we can remember. It went from counting down the years, to months, to days, until there wasn't anything left to count. But now that it's here, what's next? Most of us will move out, go to college, and start all over again. It's exciting, terrifying, bittersweet, and even, you can fill in the blank. We have to grow up and become young adults. We won't have our parents to remind us, make our doctor's appointments, or do much of anything for us anymore. From this point on, this is where we learn who we truly are and what all life has to offer. Mark Twain once wrote, "The two most important days in your life are the day you were born and the day you find out why." For as long as we've lived, we will always be discovering new reasons why. These last 13 years have played their part in our search. Some may not be as important as others or funnier than the rest, but they were all worth it and necessary. Some things we wish we could have done differently or not at all. Some we wish we could replay a million times in our head. But they all make us who we are today. We can't take them back or change them, which is why most people tell you to remember the past, live in the present, and hope for the future. We will always remember those Friday night lights, the nights we stayed up late cramming for tests, or the midnight runs to IHOP. The Hunger Games themed dodgeball tournaments, or all the weirdly entertaining games people would come up with, like Flappy Birds or Pokemon Go. These memories are what define high school. You never know the value of a moment until it becomes a memory, by Dr. Seuss, and our class motto. This also could not be more true. In kindergarten, Lane and White would always hoard all the Legos, and in this situation, we were taught the valuable lesson called sharing. There were also times when we couldn't wait to get to middle school because we thought it'd be so cool to have more than one teacher. Although we didn't realize how much responsibility that taught us. From being on time to class, to getting the right book, and not forgetting the little things, such as a pencil or a piece of paper. We didn't know at the time, but we soon realized what all these sneaky teachers were doing, preparing us. Preparing us to be outstanding citizens that will be able to contribute to society. So for that, thank you, teachers. To our parents, we appreciate all the times you would come to school and bring us lunch because we forgot, the nights you'd stay up waiting for us to make it home safely, or being our biggest fans. We wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for you, so thank you. To the class of 2017, we've been through thick and thin. Some of you have been here since pre-K, others came in middle school or high school, and some of you moved and then came back. But no matter how you ended up here, you were a part of this journey, so thank you. The two hardest things in life are saying hello for the first time and goodbye for the last. So I'm not saying goodbye. I'll just say see you later. We'll cross paths eventually. I mean, I do have to plan the reunion in 10 years. Oh, which reminds me, that'll be June 5th, 2027, and that's a Saturday for all you worried about getting off work. Anyways, congratulations, class of 2017. We've officially graduated high school.
One more round of applause for this outstanding group of seniors. And also for a memorable experience. First time I ever had that one happen. That was exciting. Okay, seniors, please stand. On behalf of the Little Axe Board of Education in the state of Oklahoma, I pronounce you graduates of Little Axe High School. You may move your tassels. My time to throw it, yes, Steve. Let me give the first to offer my warmest congratulations to you for a prosperous and successful future. This day signifies a new beginning for each and every one of you. Teachers, family, and friends, I present to you the Little Axe High School class of 2017.